Okay, right, my name's Brian, I'm the head archaeologist here, and I'm standing inside the Crofton Roman Villa, which our team found about 30 years ago, and we put this building over the top and opened it to the public for many years. Now, within this building are a number of drawings and graphics, and this one's of special interest. It's number 1, and it's headed West Kent in Roman times, and it shows, it's a map, and it shows Roman London over here, shows a big Roman road running down to Dover here, Watling Street, and another Roman road running down to the Sussex coast. It also shows 20 Roman buildings that we know about, 11 of which our teams have worked on over the last 30 years, and this particular one is number 11, which is here, Crofton here, and there's the River Cray running up through here with several Roman buildings along it. Here's the River Darrant, several more Roman buildings along it, and in terms of where we are, Croydon's over here, Bromley's over here, Orpington's here, and Crayford is across here. There's the River Thames, of course, which was a major route in Roman times. Now, we happen to know that in this area there is a lost Roman town, and we've spent many, many years surveying all this area here to see if we could find it. And then about 25 years ago, we were working in an area at West Wickham on farmland, and we started to find Roman pottery and coins over a very large area, and we began to think this might be the lost Roman town. Anyway, the clue to it all is in a list, a Roman list known as the Second Antonine Itinerary, and unusually this has survived for 1800 years, and it lists, in the Second Itinerary, it lists 37 Roman towns running from Hadrian's Wall right the way down across the country, down through Kent to Richborough. A total distance of Roman miles, 491 Roman miles. That's about 450 English miles altogether, right? And it names all the towns that it passed through on this route. It was a traveller, an official traveller, going to all these towns, are all listed here. Hadrian's Wall, it begins, it goes on down, it touches York, touches Chester, it touches Manchester, and it comes right on down to London, and the mileage between each town is given here. Now, significantly, London is mentioned, and the next Roman town is a place called Noviomagus, which no one has ever found, and it's 10 miles from Roman London, so it's somewhere in this area here on the route to Rochester and Richborough. The second clue is that this lost town is also 17 miles from Noviomagus to a Roman town on the Roman road over here called Vagnarque. It's near Gravesend, it's Springhead near Gravesend. Now, for the past 400 years, all the experts have said the Noviomagus must lie on Roman Watling Street, because if you go from London to Richborough, that's the road you would take. And so they've hunted around looking for the lost town along here, but nowhere is there a town that is 10 miles from London and 17 miles from Noviomagus. The total distance, according to the Romans, was 27 miles. It is actually 17 miles. There's a big error there, so nobody could pin it down. Well, we started working in this new site near West Wickham Church, Wickham Court Fine, and in the end we could calculate that in fact the distance from London to our site was exactly 10 miles. Brilliant. We then worked out that the distance in a straight line from our new site right across to Vagnarque was 17 miles, absolutely correct again. And so we've drawn in a road running through here. In fact, that road does exist, because we carried out some big excavations here on site 10, which is Pottery's Road, we call it Fordcroft, and there we found two carriageways of a major Roman road running exactly on this line through here. And we also did a big excavation at the Crofton Roman Villa here, and we found a branch road running there. So the prospect of this road, and we found when we were working at Spring Head during the road works, we found another path, a big road heading this way. That road definitely exists. And so the problem of the missing Noviomagus is solved. It's 10 miles from Londinium, quite right, as the Antonine itinerary says, and 17 miles from there to Archaeology, exactly as it says. Now, our work across that site, which is on farmland and in playing fields, covered I think 15 or 20 acres of land, and we found thousands of pieces of pottery, traces of buildings, 200 or 300 Roman coins, and evidence of a very extensive settlement, but all with timber buildings. We think all the buildings were made of wood, and it's effectively a staging post on this road, which goes on down into Sussex. And in the course of 400 years, it must be that 1 or 2 million people, Romans, travelled along that road. One very special find that we had there was the complete wheel, effectively, of a Roman vehicle. The wheel had been thrown down into what we think was a blacksmith's shop, into its cooling tank, and never recovered. And we've got that tucked away here for people to see sometime. Of the pottery, we've got 3 examples of Roman beakers here. They're restored by us because they were found in fragments, and they date from the 2nd and the 3rd century. We've got quite a lot of decorated Samian ware, which is the high gloss Roman product from Gaul across the site, showing it's decorated, and these date from the 1st, 2nd and early 3rd century. And some very interesting decorated pottery. This is called London ware. It's got this stamp decoration. It's quite unusual, and it's only found on a few sites in this area and dates from the late 1st century. Very nice decorated stamped pottery there, circles and crisscross patterns. Of the coins, they're a very interesting group. There's a lot of 4th century coins, and the very latest coin is one of Honorius, the Emperor Honorius, and it was minted in 395, which is right at the end of the Roman rule. And so someone was visiting or passing through Noviomagus here after 395, probably 400 or even in the early 5th century. So major site, major discovery, and we're quietly hoping that we can talk a lot more about it and produce a written report on it all, and be open to the public for a special day on Sunday the 1st of August. Sunday the 1st of August, in the morning and in the afternoon. We can talk more about it, about the discovery, and show people the wheel and 1 or 2 of the finds.